Well, we're going to turn this light here on. We was working on this heater because I was worked on a heater, and because we put some plants in, and heaters, we want the heater to hold the heat in this thing to hold around 70 degrees. And that's basically what we're trying to get. But today, during the daytime, when the sun would come out, I had this vent fan back here on too, because what would happen, it would get the sun would come out and then it would start getting hot. It would go up 70, 80 degrees, 90 degrees, just go up. So I had to try to set the thermostat for the fan, because the thermostat's on this side for the fan, for the exhaust fan, and then you got the heater thermostat on this side. Now the reason why I did that is because the thermostat was closer to the heater, so it wouldn't stay on all the time, because the place is not insulated, so it's going to get drafty. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to keep it close, and which it works really well over here. I have a thermostat, not a thermostat, a thermometer in the back here, and it's holding about 68 degrees, but over here it holds about 72. And so that'd be about right. You know what I mean? It's kind of fluctuating back and forth where the heat's at, because the heat's mostly in this corner here, because the heater's there. But what we were doing, we had the heater like just a tad bit too high, and we couldn't get the vent exhaust set right, because it's not digital. So if you're gonna put in one, I suggest to buy maybe more of a professional. I mean, not professional, more of an industrial, uh, you know, uh, thermostat for your exhaust fan. And what it is, it's some of them's just a little square, of course, a little square box, and you can see a digital, and then has a little coil on the top of it. I think those are industrial, and that's your thermostat on top, where it's going to really sensitive for your heat. It's up on top. Um, but that's what you need for the fan. But like I said, we had the fan on, and then we had the heat on, and then every time the heat would kick up and go up too high, or the fan wasn't the fan was sucking the heat out, and it just kept running. So we had to turn around, because we can't see it, but it wasn't digital. So you just, there's a cover box here. They have a cover box, and practically don't tell you much on the cover box. And, it's probably not set anyways, because it's not on this side. You know what I mean? So it's going to be cooler, or it's going to be hotter or something, different. But so we finally got it adjusted. I had to take cover off it because I couldn't take it. I didn't know what something wrong with it was. But I finally got it adjusted. So it would be just uh, probably like 80. It would kick on about 80 or 82, and this would kick off at 72. Because it's going to go up. We had it kicking off at 76, 78, because I put it on 72. But then we decided we want to just keep it 70. So we got it worked out now. So, but this is off right now. I went ahead and turned it off. I fixed that box. Right here, I put a new box and put my controller on there. But tomorrow I will every day when I got to come up here and check it. So what I'll do is I put in blocks, like little square pieces of boards, and behind the vents up here. Okay, and that's just to kind of keep the heat in it for the nighttime. So I went ahead and did that, and then in the morning I'll come out and I'll pull those out, and then it'll allow this here, because this is already set for tonight. It's ready to go. We do have some here with some kale here, and then red cabbage and broccoli. These are cold plants, cold weather plants, so they can withstand a lower temperature. So if it got cold in here and they didn't control it right, would be okay. And then over here, she has flowers, and I mean, she might took a risk a little bit on them flowers, but she's gonna take that risk and find out my wife. But of course, the light, we got our lights on. They came on at 7 o'clock. They're set until 10, and then they'll shut off around 10 o'clock. So it gives a little bit longer. Like I said, there's not enough daylight. In the summertime, you get more daylight than you do in the winter. So, okay, what I wanted to show you guys is, I know I did a video a while back on the Farmer's Almanac. This is the Vegetable Garden Handbook from the Farmer's Almanac. Let me get a little closer picture for you. You can see here. Okay. Really nice book. Has a lot of good information. If you guys are starting out, you should check this book out. The Almanac's been around for a long time. It's got the soil and tester thing in here. It actually, where you can write down what type of soil's in your ground, where is that in your ground. Super lot of information. Seeding record, doing your seeds. You can just go on and on with this book. So If you're putting in vegetables and you're just starting out, and especially with your greenhouse, you can learn a lot out of these books. Don't you know? You always try to pick up your books. Now my wife decided she wanted the garden one, so this is by the Farmer's Almanac 2. Okay, these guys ain't paying me anything. I just really like these books. This is the Farmer's Almanac, the Flower Gardening Handbook. Really nice information if you're doing flowers. It's got pretty much everything in it. I mean, if you're starting out, ground rules, different types of flowers. You've got places where you can put charts in it. You know, you can keep information in your book. Just everything. See how to start your seeds. That's a really nice thing. Gives you plenty of information on that. What type of flowers? Even if you don't plant them. You know, if you don't plant flowers and you like to maybe put some around the house, you don't do this stuff here. The information in your books are really, really important because, you know, the thing is, most people make or write these things. They put the information and knowledge they have or somebody else's information or knowledge in these books. There's always really good, you know, information in them. But when you're doing this kind of work, you probably should have as many of these you can get. These books. We're starting to get some rain now. You can hear it hitting the roof. So if you're doing gardening and stuff, always try to pick up some really good handbooks like this. It might be something you want to know. You might want to go out in the woods and, you know, see, because we have a lot of tree books. We got for mushrooms. We have for different types of herb plants and stuff in the woods, even as well as the ones in the garden. Where to put some of your plants in your garden, how to organize your plants. You know, gardening is not just throwing it in the ground and say, well, it's going to grow, because there's only certain things grow besides certain things. You know, your tomatoes and beans don't grow good together. You know what I'm saying? Your green beans might grow really good with watermelon, or watermelon might not be good. I know some plants like zucchini and pumpkins, you got to be careful. You get them too close, they'll intertwine and grow together. And then what happens? You got some kind of pumpkin zucchini. So yeah, there's just certain things you should plant together and plant apart. So books really help you out. So if you're going to do it and you're real serious about it, pick up some of his books and learn, because there's always somebody who's got some type of really good information in a book that you can follow by and learn. Of course, you're going to make your mistakes as well as everybody else. So that's why I like always getting lots and lots of books. Lots of them. So, okay, well, that's about it. Like I said, we have some plants in here now. Our lights came on, so we're ready. They should be off by 10 o'clock. I got to turn the heat back on. It's set. Thermostat set. I just got the switch off. And we're going to see what our first night is. So, and then tomorrow we're going to put those peppers. I'm going to put those in here tomorrow. And then tomatoes will be a little bit later. They're a little bit more sensitive. They like a lot of heat. Tomatoes do. We got some other things we have to yet plant and put in. So, but other than that, we're ready. So, okay, if anybody has any comments, man, just, you know, put them down below. I'll try to answer them best I can. And you know, I'm not a professional at this. I'm just like everybody else. And you know, I make mistakes, and I try to make up with them by learning different ways and listen to other people, especially older people, because older people they got it, buddy. They know how it works, and you can get some really good information if you find an old farmer or something like that. I'm telling you, you can. So if you find some older person that's an old farmer that did plenty of gardening and stuff like that, take a notebook, write some good stuff down, because they got some really good tips and information. Okay, if you have any comments, like I said, just leave them down below. And if you like this video, please subscribe to it. And thanks for watching.